continue and save, and there's a couple of other secrets I'd like to show off. Some of these just take you to areas you've already been to. Like, I'm pretty sure getting the secret exit here in Forest of Illusion 1, that'll just take us to the ghost house. Getting the normal exit in some of these secret levels is also kind of useless. I already mentioned the ghost house, which takes it back to Forest of Illusion 1. But getting the secret exit here in Forest Ghost House will actually take us to a completely different set of levels that I like to show off. Over here, we need to remove some coins so that we can access this area later on. We need to head back and grab that P-switch, bring it back there, and there'll be a door. Unfortunately, I seem to be rather pinned down right now. Grab the piece. Okay, yeah, that was gonna happen. I got a text message. And there we have the door. And that doesn't actually immediately take us to the secret exit. That takes us to the roof of the area we were in before. Kind of neat. And you can kind of also get a clue in that this door was always here. So you can kind of tell that's where there was some way of getting onto that upper area. But yeah, that's just the secret exit there. And that'll take us to a completely different level. Let me just check this real quick. As you can see, it opens up this other pathway here that leads to Forest of Illusion 4, another red dot level. There's a lot of those in the Forest of Illusion, aren't there? Take this star, fly up, take care of him, and now we have his cloud. How nice. Were we actually able to fly the Lactus cloud in any of the previous Mario games? I know we weren't in Mario 1, and he wasn't even in Mario 2. But were you able in Mario 3? I don't remember. I believe that Mario riding the cloud was an idea they had for a very long time. All we gotta do for the secret exit is go in that pipe. Nothing really special about it, we just gotta grab this key and head in there. There's a P-switch that gives you some coins, but doesn't serve too much of a purpose. That takes us to the forest secret area. And the forest secret area here, it's a pretty standard level of riding on these winged blocks to the very end. You can take two different ones for different pathways. I'll just fly past this one, just for my own sake, since I already did this in the last recording session like 30 minutes ago. There are a lot of Koopa Troopas here that you can use to fly if you happen to have a blue Yoshi. Moving on from the forest secret area, no secret exit there. It's a yellow dot level, probably the only one in the whole Forest of Illusion. But that takes us to the Forest Fortress. Oh, having the red and blue P-switch blocks really helped out there. They are useful to go after, even if they don't have any power-ups in them, like the yellow and the green ones do. And this is a point in the game in which you can have all the P-switches if you've been going after them at every opportunity. So, they make use of that here in that fortress. You know, I have all of them right there. There's the boss right there, but we can actually go over it into this area. And here we have this large pit in which there are Potables jumping out, and we need to fly past it to get to the end, where there are a ton of one-up mushrooms. You gotta stay close to the ceiling, but not too close so that you bump your head. That way you don't get hit by any of the Potables. And I'm talking all of these blocks have one-up mushrooms in them, so, you know, go to town. But I don't really need lives right now, so I'll just collect a few and move on. And this takes us to the boss Resinor. The main reason I wanted to show off this whole secret area subset, and I'm going to be doing the rest in probably like an extra part in commentary, is because this is a whole unique set of levels, and this isn't the only one either. Let's head back to Vanilla Dome now and get some secrets there. Also, before I leave, as you can see, beating the forest fortress, beating the castle here in the Forest of Illusion accesses the Star Road, which we encountered that way back in Donut Plains, and we'll get to that in time, don't worry. Alright, here we are at Vanilla Dome number 1, and this area is this big red secret dot, and this is a very important secret exit to go after. Anyway, over here we have these red P-switch blocks, which you normally can't get the red P-switch until after you beat this level and head to Vanilla Dome 2, so you do have to do a bit of backtracking to even get here. Or you can fly up, I suppose, but this gets us to a vine, which gets us to a key, to a keyhole, and this takes us to a completely different level than we would have gone to normally. And this whole area also has its own secret exit and normal exit that takes us to that pipe up there. This is a whole other world, essentially. Vanilla Secret 1 does have 2 exits, one of which takes us to another Star Road access point, like we had with the Forest Fortress. But we aren't exactly interested in that right now, so we're just going to go after the standard exit in this level. We really got to time this jump with these paratroopers right. Okay, that didn't go well at all, but you know what, that's okay. We're just going after the standard exit for this, and for a lot of the upcoming levels. We don't need a Cape Feather right now too much. here we go, and there is the pipe leading us. Hello, Charging Chuck. I don't care about you. Leading us to the tape at the end. I always want to say flag because it's a flag in the original Mario and most of the new Super Mario Bros. And 3D World and all those games, but it's not a flag. It's a tape. Going into this pipe up here, we have Vanilla Secret number 2. Just a yellow dot, no secret exit here. And this is a level, Vanilla Secret 2 here. This is a level meant for you to grind lives, really. This level is absolutely full of Koopa Troopas, and you can maybe, like, string jumps on them to try and get lives as well, like I'm doing now. But the better method is later on in this level, actually, past the checkpoint, I'm pretty sure. Here we have all these spiny enemies, and I'd be a lot more comfortable jumping here if I had a Yoshi, but using this silver piece which we found back in the Switch Palace, we can actually turn all of these guys into silver coins to get us a bunch of lives, and we can also go back here where there were some of these guys before, as well as where this Lakitu guy... Oh, did we kill him? Whoops, I forgot about that. But he can actually throw out spinies, and because the piece which is active, he'd be just throwing out silver coins for us to get more lives. But like I said, no secret exit there, and you can really get a lot of lives because those guys will give you 3-ups eventually, and maybe even beyond that. I'm not too certain, I don't remember completely. Vanilla Secret 3, here we are. This is one that introduces kind of the dolphins, in case you hadn't gone to that area where we found them before. We've already seen these guys, but they're just essentially platforms in these water-heavy levels. You can swim past a lot of this, although once that pufferfish is thrown into the mix, you really don't want to. Anyway, that's the end of that level. Nothing really too special about it. I mean, it's just, again, one exit. Gimmick we've already seen before, so I don't have too much to say about it. Here we have Vanilla Fortress, and this is kind of a neat level in that it's like an underwater fortress. And it's kind of neat in that this whole area we don't have to go to, but we also can. I feel like that's something a lot of games nowadays don't really do, is they don't give you entire secret worlds, they don't give you whole optional levels and areas. And not to mention, we can actually go this way and not do Castle 3 at all. Like you saw, I was able to get here just going through Vanilla Dome 2, and you don't even have to get the red P-switch because, you know, you can fly up there too. So technically, you can come here just doing Vanilla Dome number 1, you can ignore all the rest of Vanilla Dome, the ghost house, you could ignore Castle number 3 being, I believe, Lemmy's Castle. You can ignore all of that and go this entire route, because as you'll see, this actually leads back to Castle number 4. That's what that kind of incomplete pathway next to Castle 4 was all about. And this is the first instance of the game in which you can fight Reznor here. Part of me wishes, because we're in a dinosaur island, that there was some sort of like underwater dinosaur boss fight, like from Jurassic World or something. But what are you gonna do? It's just Reznor again, and this is technically the first appearance he has in the game. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Beating the Vanilla Fortress takes us up here to the Butter Bridge. Butter Bridge 1 and 2, they're their own unique levels, and Butter Bridge 1 here is an auto-scroller. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not fun, just because there's a lot of bottomless pits, it's an auto-scroller, it's a really difficult level, I would say. And not to mention, I don't like auto-scrollers in general, they kind of break the pace. I just died there. They really break the pace of the whole game, you know, you're flying through, you can't really abuse the Cape Feather or Blue Yoshi here, because you have to stick on the screen. Although I will say, there are a lot less auto-scrollers in this game than there were in Mario 3, and even some later Mario games. Like, this is a completely optional level, and I'm pretty sure this is the only auto-scroller we've seen in the game thus far. Oh yeah, this is a neat little part that makes use of the fact that these blocks just go away temporarily, and you can go through them. And you just kind of scroll up. I also do like how the screen in this level doesn't just go one direction at one speed, it kind of changes things up from time to time. Kind of like the airship levels of Mario 3. Ooh, and look at that, we're doing the bonus game again. Jaina, wish me luck. Alright. Mushroom. Well, we're not getting a mushroom, but we're having some good luck. I got this! Hey, we got a bunch of lives, how about that? We're getting better at that minigame, it would seem, although I didn't get the mushroom in the middle, we got a fire flower instead. The power-up doesn't have any sort of effect, it's not like you get that power-up as well, like in some Mario minigames. Butter Bridge 2 here is a lot easier than the first Butter Bridge. It does have you getting assaulted by a ton of these caped Koopa Troopas, which can be kind of challenging if you play the level normally, but they also give you a Cape Feather right away, and this isn't an auto-scroller, so we can fly past most obstacles here. This takes us back here to Ludwig's castle, castle number 4. Again, we don't have to do castle number 3 in order to get here, and that's kind of a neat extra thing. That's actually something I really appreciate about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, is that that game gives you a lot of stuff you don't have to do. it makes it feel like that stuff isn't put there out of necessity to fill out the time. No, that stuff's put there for you to discover.